Hey y'all, it's Rita Mae June, and I'm coming on today with a video about finger detangling versus using styling tools. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, I used to finger detangle. I didn't always finger detangle. I started off using tools in the beginning of my journey. And then, I started watching more YouTube videos and finger detangling was popping, so I tried it. And during that time, it didn't work for me, so I went back to using a tool. And one day I was like, okay, I'm going to try finger detangling again, And it was working fine until I didn't have time to finger detangle, and I broke out my knockoff dimming brush. This is an Annie, I think it's an Annie or whatever. I got from the beauty supply store, just like a denim brush. Got the rubber thing right there. But the only thing with this particular kind, you cannot remove any teeth. Some people get a dimming brush and they can remove the teeth. I don't think this is possible for this brush. Maybe it can, but I'm not sure. But these teeth spacings doesn't bother me. Well, anyway, one day I could not finger detangle because I didn't have the time, and I broke out my brush, and let me tell y'all, I got so much hair in that brush, and I was like, am I not getting out all my shed hair, when I'm using my fingers? Because I wasn't getting many strands, and to me, I was like, okay, well, finger detangling, I'm getting less, getting less strands or whatever. But to be honest, my hair, for it being so thick, I should expect a certain amount of strands of hair because you're shedding like 100 strands a day. So I'm like, I was getting about 4 or 5 strands. I'm exaggerating, but I was getting very little amount of strands. Like, where's all my strands? But I'm just thinking, okay, finger detangling has really cut back on, my strands. But yeah, I think I wasn't getting all my shed hair out. And my hair, it was getting harder and harder to finger detangle. I guess because it was so many hairs up in there. And my hair was getting a little longer now, so it takes a little bit more effort. And I'm like, I didn't like that. So the next week after I used the brush and I got a lot of hair, I used the brush. And I didn't get as much as the first time. But I thought there was the proper amount of shedding. I knew all the shed hair was up because the brush was able to glide right through. And I am back to using this. Like, I am. And I think for you to be able to come to the conclusion of whether a comb, a brush, or your fingers are best for you, you have to be able to experiment with all of them. Now, I will lightly finger detangle before I use my brush, but I am back on my brush, y'all. That first initial passing with the brush scared me. It really scared me, and I didn't like that. Also, I like it using a brush, but because of the natural hair rules, you gotta use your fingers, I try it out and just be finger detangle only, but it's not for me. I like my brush, and I really like these brushes on wet hair. They really get in there and get all the tangles and knots out, and I really enjoy these. I used these growing up. My mom used these on my hair growing up. I used these on my hair growing up, and I really like these brushes for detangling, detangling your hair while it's wet. Even if you're relaxed, I really like these brushes for detangling your hair when it's wet. I don't get globs of hair. I think, just my right amount of shedding. I know it's properly detangled, and I feel so much better. And another thing, it's quicker. Way quicker than using your fingers. And also, I don't like shed hairs on my finger. It just feels so gross. It's so gross. But, yeah, I'm back to the brush. I tried finger detangling. My hair in combs, wide tooth combs. If I use the wide tooth comb, I will have to follow it up with the dimming. I just like the smoothness that the dimming gives my hair. The comb, to me, it combs down the loose hairs, but you still have to go in and pull them out. And the dimming, just go ahead and slide all of those right on out. So What do you prefer? Do you prefer a comb? Do you prefer a brush? Do you prefer your fingers? If you do use a brush or a comb or something, like what kind are you using? I want to know. I want to know because I am willing to try different things except those fingers again. I will not be fully finger detangling at all. Now, the pros of finger detangling to me is that I did notice my curl pattern was starting to form at the roots all the way down. I think when you use a tool, you're kind of disturbing your curl pattern, but that don't really bother me because I'm not going to be the type of person who don't put any product in my hair to help enhance my curl pattern. I will not be doing that, so I'm not really, concerned with that. Yeah. So I'm being gentle with the brush, starting from the ends to roots. Next time I wash and detangle my hair, I'll make sure I come on and share with you guys how I use a brush on my hair. But I do have an old video, I think it's calling Detangling with Suave Professionals. I think that's what I was using. And I am using my brush, so I do it that same exact way. So if you want to check that out, feel free. And that'll be all for this video. So if y'all have any questions or anything, please leave them down below. And don't forget to let me know what y'all using to detangle y'all hair with. And I'll talk to y'all later. Alright, bye.